Our presentation is on the Innatist theory by Colleen Murphy, Lauren Ellis, and Kyle Carl.
The Innatist theory is the ability to understand a first language creates the opportunity to unlock knowledge that a human is believed to be able to process innately. Learning is natural for humans. This theory suggests that infants are born with their own built-in ability to learn a first language. This is called the language acquisition device. This device contains the main rules for all possible human languages. This set of rules is called universal grammar. Infants process at an innate universal grammar that allows them to choose the grammatical rules of the language that they hear most around them, and they eventually construct the grammar of their first language.
The developer of the theory is Noam Chomsky. He was born December 7th, 1928 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is an American theoretical linguist who revolutionized the field of linguistics. Chomsky's theory came shortly after Skinner's theory of behavioralism, making an argument that if children learn language by limitation, he asked the question, why do they say the things that they have never heard? Chomsky acknowledged current theories about behavior in children and found that it was lacking something. He found the foundation of the innatist theory and suggested that children are born with a built-in ability to learn a first language.
Who and what influenced the innatist theory? Chomsky looked at current theories about behavior in children and figured that something in them was lacking. There were many arguments that claimed that children learn through imitation, which caused Chomsky to pose the question, why do children often say things that they have never heard before? Chomsky's question came from his review of Skinner's book, Verbal Behavior.
Critiques of the innatist theory. Due to the fact that children are exposed to language at an early age, it can be hard to apply this theory for language acquisition. Ibbotson and Tomasello proposed that children acquire language via general cognitive abilities and the reading of other people's intentions. Although this theory provides what some claim is a reasonable explanation about acquiring language, this theory lacks sufficient evidence. Some of the cases against this theory include timing of language learning varies greatly within cultures, environment shapes how much and what language is learned, and feedback from other language users affects language acquisition. Language acquisition is not totally of inborn nature, nor is it just a matter of biological makeup. There is also an undeniable effect in language learning coming from the social environment that infants grow up within. Student, peers, teachers, parents, and community members are all part of one's social environment, and the time that they are around them can impact their language development greatly. It is not developed solely based on biology.
The application of theory explains how children can generate or invent language that they have never heard before. Learning is natural for human beings. It is also an important theory for language teachers as it is an alternative to using the behavior style of teaching for language. Instead of language only being learned through structured repetition, student output is expected to happen naturally. The behavioral style puts pressure on speaking, but the innatist theory expects a delay in speech. Younger children have more access to the language acquisition device. Learners play an active role in their language development.
Here are questions that you guys may answer. 1. What are the implications of the innatist theory? And 2. What did you find most useful about listening and viewing our presentation?